Each year, over 45 million Americans go on a diet. And despite the promises of quick fix fat burners, crash diets, and lose 10 pounds in 10 days plans, over 80% gain all the weight back within 12 months. That's not just discouraging, it's proof that most rapid fat loss techniques don't work. And yet, millions keep falling into the same trap, hoping this time will be different. Let's break the cycle. Welcome to Flex and Shred, where we separate fitness facts from hype so you can finally get real results. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's been trending hard for years: rapid fat loss techniques. Now, I get it. Who wouldn't want to burn belly fat in 7 days? Or fit into those jeans by the weekend? Fast results feel exciting. They make you feel in control. And marketers know that. That's why every scroll through social media throws you another ad promising instant transformation. Lose 10 pounds in a week. Torch fat overnight. One weird trick to melt fat fast. Sound familiar? But behind the hype is a hard truth. These methods rarely work long term. They promise speed, but they cost you sustainability. They offer temporary scale drops, but at the expense of energy, metabolism, and often muscle. These techniques are popular for a reason. They give you hope, but they also set you up for frustration. Because when the results vanish, or worse, reverse, you're left feeling defeated, confused, and wondering what's wrong with you. Spoiler, it's not you, it's the method. In this video, we're going to uncover the real science behind rapid fat loss. We'll look at what works, what doesn't, and most importantly, why chasing quick fixes might be the very thing keeping you stuck. So if you're ready to stop spinning your wheels and start making real progress, stay locked in. So let's talk about the real issue. People are being misled on how fat loss actually works. The obsession with rapid fat loss has created a minefield of myths, half-truths, and gimmicks. Everywhere you look, there's someone telling you to skip carbs, fast for 48 hours, pop a pill, or sweat it out in a trash bag suit. And because these tactics often result in quick weight drops, mostly water and muscle by the way, people assume they're working. But that's not fat loss, that's body manipulation. One of the biggest misconceptions is that fat can be burned quickly, like it's some external layer you can just melt off in a few days. In reality, fat loss is a gradual biological process, influenced by your metabolism, hormones, and habits. A 2017 study in Obesity Reviews found that extreme dieting and aggressive weight loss attempts often lead to yo-yo dieting, where individuals lose weight rapidly, then regain it just as fast, sometimes with extra fat. The study also noted increased risk for metabolic slowdown, muscle loss, and mental burnout. And here's the kicker. Most people chasing quick results are actually setting themselves up for long-term failure. They restrict too hard, train too long, recover too little, and the body pushes back. Cortisol rises, hunger hormones spike, energy tanks, and before long, they're back where they started, only more frustrated. This cycle creates a mental trap, the belief that you're the problem, when in fact, it's the system that's broken. The real danger of rapid fat loss techniques isn't just that they don't work, it's that they convince you nothing else will either. Let's unpack the most common rapid fat loss techniques and explore why they're more illusion than solution. 1. Crash diets. These are the classic, eat nothing, lose everything plans. Juice cleanses, 800-calorie days, or cabbage soup weeks. While the scale drops quickly, the majority of what you're losing is water, weight, and muscle, not fat. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that extreme caloric restriction leads to muscle catabolism and lowered basal metabolic rate, meaning your body burns fewer calories over time. So, even if you lose weight short-term, your body becomes more efficient at storing fat later. Number 2. Extreme workouts. Twice-a-day cardio, endless HIIT, or boot camps with no rest days. These routines sound tough, but they wreak havoc on your recovery systems. Cortisol, your stress hormone, shoots up, testosterone drops, and your body clings to fat for dear life. The Journal of Endocrinology confirmed that elevated cortisol is linked to increased abdominal fat, even in otherwise fit individuals. Plus, training without rest raises your risk for injury and burnout, which means you're less likely to stay consistent, the real driver of success. 3. Fat burners and miracle supplements. The quick fix in a bottle. While some thermogenics may give a temporary boost, the majority are overhyped, underregulated, and sometimes dangerous. In 2015, the FDA recalled over 100 fat-burning supplements for containing banned substances or undeclared stimulants. And a 2020 JAMA Network Open review found minimal evidence supporting long-term effectiveness of most fat loss supplements. Some might suppress appetite, but they don't teach habits. And without proper diet and training, they're just expensive caffeine pills. 4. Sauna suits, body wraps, and sweat gimmicks. Yes, you'll weigh less after a sauna session, but that's just water loss. Once you rehydrate, it's all back. These methods give you a temporary sense of achievement, but do nothing to impact body fat. They're useful for weight class athletes before competition, but completely useless for sustainable fat loss. 5. Fasting without structure. Intermittent fasting can be effective when done right, but many people jump in without understanding how to balance nutrients, manage hunger, or fuel workouts. Skipping meals without strategy often leads to binge eating, mood swings, and disrupted metabolism. The Journal of Translational Medicine supports structured intermittent fasting, but warns against extreme versions that reduce protein intake or total energy for extended periods. Bottom line, these rapid methods often produce quick results on the scale, but not where it counts, on your body composition, your metabolism, or your ability to maintain the results. What actually works? We'll get to that in a moment. Here's the moment of truth, and the part the weight loss industry hopes you never understand. Real fat loss is not fast, and that's exactly why it works. Fat is a form of long-term energy storage. It takes time to accumulate, and guess what? It takes time to burn. You can manipulate scale weight all day with water loss, glycogen depletion, and inflammation changes. But true fat loss only happens through consistent, moderate calorie deficits, regular strength training, and habit-based nutrition. Let's break this down. A 12-month study in the International Journal of Obesity followed two groups. One used rapid fat loss methods, and the other adopted slow, steady strategies. By the end of the year, the group using moderate, sustainable tactics lost more fat, preserved more muscle, and experienced fewer rebounds. Their secret weapon? Patience, and systems they could actually stick to. Another truth bomb: muscle retention matters more than speed. Every pound of muscle you lose slows your metabolism. That means rapid techniques that cause muscle breakdown not only stall progress, they make future fat loss harder. Meanwhile, consistent strength training paired with enough protein keeps your metabolism high and your body in a fat-burning state even at rest. That's why focusing on body recomposition, losing fat while building muscle, is more important than watching the scale. So what's the real game plan? Eat in a mild calorie deficit, not starvation mode. Train with weights at least 3 times a week. Prioritize sleep and stress management. Stay hydrated and fuel performance. Be consistent, even if it feels slow. And guess what? That slow method will get you to your goal faster, because you won't be stuck in a cycle of starting over every month. Here's the mindset shift. You're not failing when fat loss is gradual. You're succeeding because that's how the body actually works. The flashy stuff sells, but the fundamentals deliver. Rapid fat loss techniques might offer fast results on the scale, but that doesn't mean they're effective. In fact, most of them deliver short-term weight drops at the cost of muscle, metabolism, and mental health. That's not fat loss. That's self-sabotage in disguise. We talked about crash diets that drain you, extreme workouts that burn you out, supplements that overpromise, and sweatsuits that deceive. None of these address the root of the issue: sustainable lifestyle change. What works, truly works, isn't flashy. It's not sold in a bottle or promised in a 7-day challenge. It's built slowly, brick by brick, lifting weights, fueling your body with nutrient-rich foods, getting quality sleep, and giving your body time to adapt. The takeaway? You don't need to punish your body to make it leaner. You need to support it, respect it, and give it time, because the real flex isn't rapid results. It's lasting results. The kind that stick around not for a week, but for life. Tried a rapid fat loss method before? Did it work? Or leave you worse off? Drop your story in the comments below. And if you're ready for smarter, science-backed results, hit like, subscribe, and check out the next video here on FlexAndShred. Let's build results that last.